It's been a while since I played one of these, and I don't think I've done a video of this particular model. I'm not a big fan of the bowl back guitars, probably because of my shape. They don't fit me too well. I've never understood the appeal, but I do understand the appeal of a nice Ovation or Applause neck. They always seem to be really nice profiled instruments, and they have pretty good sound depending on model and setup. This is one of the Korean Summit Series Applause made by Ovation. It is the AE28, and I've had one of these in black before, and now I've got one in sort of this maroon spruce top. And after a quick setup, the strings and the action was too high. I had to really cut down the saddle, do a bit of fret and beveling, but it's playing nicely now, and it feels very, very familiar. It feels very, very much like the ones I've had in the past. Were you really happy with this end, but not so happy with this end because of this bowl seems to go like this, at least for me anyway, probably because of my beer belly. But these are nice playing guitars, rosewood boards. There's the typical Ovation / Applause headstock that we all know quite well. This being just an Applause, it's just very minimal. Chrome tuners, nothing special. It's got the side dots, the perloid inlaid dots. This spruce with the burgundy sort of finish, and the typical raised sound hole that you get on a lot of Ovations and Applause guitars. White binding, it sets off from the nice profile, or it sets off nicely against the black. And then you have the jack that goes in here, and strap button at the end here, and very minimal preamp there in the top. This is not one of the high-end Ovations, so it's just their Applause or Come On, made by Come On, the wholesaler. Preamp with very simple tone volume controls, nothing too crazy. When I took the saddle out, I had to cut down the saddle and then refit it into the metal housing. It's not like a normal piezo pickup. Usually you take the saddle out and you have that strip. These have like a housing, three-sided metal housing that the saddle sits in. And I had to sort of cut down the saddle and then reshape the bottom of it so it would fit lower in that housing because it was just too tall. Now it's just about right. It's about as low as the saddle can go though, but it's just about right. And the electronics work pretty well and all that. They're not great. They sound pretty decent though. Everything about this guitar feels quite plasticky until you get to the top and the fretboard. Everything on the underneath side, even though this is wood, the finish is pretty thick. So it feels like you're playing a graphite guitar. I think, I'm not sure if the, it looks like it might all be one piece for the neck and headstock. And of course you've got this plastic mold on the bowl part of it. They've made these a lot shallower with a bit of a cut here, as you can see, which makes it a bit more ergonomic, but not really. The fact that the bowl still protrudes out, it just doesn't sit in this part of your body very well. Regardless of your weight, I think these guitars play better if you strap them on standing up than if you try to sit with them, because they just have a tendency to follow the the curve and slide down. But as always, nice necks on these. Pretty decent sounding considering it's a shallow bowl. Very chimey. Yeah, I mean, for me, these applause guitars, being the budget wing of Ovation, are kind of hit and miss. I've had some really good ones and I've had some ones that aren't so good. This one is pretty good, actually. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I took this guitar in a partial trade, so I don't normally look for these. But I gave somebody a partial trade on this and then decided to set this up and resell it, since it came with a nice hard shell case. And it's hard to find hard shell cases for odd shaped guitars, so that'll be nice for someone. And it's pretty clean. It looks pretty new, actually. There's no like major marks on it or anything like that. Yeah, pretty nice guitar, nice grain on the two-piece spruce top. I like the way the top looks on this. It's really nice color. It reminds me of my my Guild D25. It's the same sort of maroon finish on the spruce top, which is cool. But anyway, I just thought I'd show this because I'm going to flip this and send it right back out. And I'm sure somebody will pick this up as a present or something, being that we're in late November, early December. People like these guitars. My son really likes Ovation guitars. They're not really my favorite, but if you like them, you like them. It's one of them things. You know, it's you either do or you don't. I think they sound good. I think they feel good to play. I just don't like the design of the bullback guitar. It's too slippy. There you go. An AE28, I believe, in maroon finish. Applause, made in Korea. So this is one of the Korean ones. I know they have some made in China as well. This one's pretty nice. All right, folks. See you on the next one.